Hello, my dear spa owners. It's Kirsten here for a Thursday spa business break here at Kirsten Foss Coaching. So I'm continuing talking about systems, and in particular today I want to talk about why having a staffing system will save you a lot of time, it'll save you money, and it'll save your sanity. So for those of you that have spas that have teams, if you have systems in place for your teams already, as far as you've got protocols in place, you've trained them in your protocols, your service protocols, you have ongoing training, you have ongoing coaching, you have a staff handbook that you use. If that is the case, then I know that you will have a little hell yeah along with me when I say that these kinds of systems will save your hiney in your business. And it's because when you have these spa systems, so in particular what I'm referring to is a staff handbook, and in your staff handbook, the pieces in there are going to include your company values, your company culture, which is based on your values. It's going to have your spa policies in there. It's going to have your disciplinary policy in there. So all of those pieces in your staff handbook will really sets the stage for how you do things in your spa business and the whole premise of your spa business. And the whole premise comes from those values and the company culture. Now, a lot of times if spa owners do not have these handbooks in place, their first objection is, I don't know how to put this together. Their second objection is that this is going to take a long time. But here's the thing. When we take the time to put together a system like our staff handbook, like our service protocols, we are able to get absolutely 100% clear about what we stand for in our business, what we want to stand for, and how we do things. Now, once we're 100% clear and we have this all documented, this is the gold for spa owners, because when you need to start hiring, whether it's your very first hire or whether you have a team already and you need to add more, you will already feel very confident about what your company stands for, what your spa stands for, and the kind of people that you want to be bringing in as new hires. When you have these things in place, it gives you the ability to, when you're in the hiring process, to see the red flags. Now, I know a lot of us in this industry, we're a bunch of givers. We love to give. We love to see the best in people. But this can really trip us up as owners when we need to hire, because a lot of times there are red flags during the hiring process, but if we aren't solid on our company culture, if we're not solid on our policies and procedures and the type of person that we want to bring in, then it's really easy to either not see the red flags or ignore the red flags. And then what you find yourself getting into is a jam when you've hired somebody that isn't a good fit for your company. So I had this topic all planned out and I thought it was really interesting. Today I had one of my clients post in our private group coaching Facebook page that she had somebody come into the spa, drop off a resume, and this person was obviously very, very excited about wanting to work there, and what was happening is that she was coming across as a little intense. And there was some red flags in there about that intensity that made the owner go, wait a minute, red flags going up. This is not going to be a good fit for my company. I know right away. And it was because, and she said in this post, she said, if I hadn't had my staff systems in place, it might not have been so easy for me to see these red flags when they come up in the hiring process. Now, with this particular red flag, what I saw in it was somebody that was keen, but they were almost too keen. It was coming across as desperately looking for work. And who knows what's going on in her life. She may be desperately looking for new work. But the fact of the matter is this push that kept coming at the owner about this girl's resume and about checking references, that was the red flag, was this intensity, this real push, not giving her any time or space to actually action out what she needed to do her due diligence when she needs to do a hire. So if this owner didn't have systems in place and didn't have this experience with the kind of culture that she wants, with her policies, procedures, it might have been a lot easier for her to not see the red flags and to only see this behavior as, oh wow, this person really wants to work for me. The other thing that could have tripped her up was the prospective employee is the pushing, that intensity that came across. And it can, for owners that don't have that confidence, you might be easily kind of bowled over by prospective employee like that, and then just find yourself not able to say, whoa, hold up a second, I have a process in my hiring and I will get back to you when I can get back to you. So it's easy if you aren't solid in your company culture and your staffing systems to really kind of get bullied in the hiring process. And the next thing you know, you find yourself with this staff member that's really intense, really pushy, and not listening to what the processes are. So when we create these kinds of systems, our staffing systems in our business, it's not to say that we're not going to come across or bump up against issues with staff. When we're dealing with humans, it's human nature. We've got stuff that we bring our own stuff to the table. And yeah, we may have some issues that we may need to activate our disciplinary policy or maybe do some retraining. But what these systems do for the hiring process is it allows us to make sure that we've got as good a fit as possible, that you've weeded out, that you've filtered through the people that aren't going to be a good fit right out of the gate. So really, spa systems give spa owners a lot of confidence. Even though it does take time and effort to put together your staff handbook, to sit down and really think about, what are my company values? What do I want my company culture to be? And really clearly document that really, really solidifies the type of people that you want coming into your business. And you become very protective of that. You have to protect your assets, and being really solid in what you stand for and how you do things in your business is a way to absolutely maintain those standard of care that you want to give to your clients. So sweet little spa business break today to help you kind of stay focused and kind of really see a different perspective to business systems. Because some of you who have come out of corporate maybe and are now estheticians or spa owners, whether you're solo or team, you may feel like you may have a little bit of a rub with systems, because in the corporate world, it's very systematized. And there's a reason for that. If you got a lot of people working in your company, you have to have systems to make the whole thing run smoothly. Can you imagine with thousands of employees without a staff handbook or without proper training? It would be a gong show. We in the spa industry need to get better at systematizing our businesses so that it runs more smoothly, so that we get the repeatable outcomes of each system. So we're not running around like a chicken with our head cut off in our business, feeling stressed out, pissed off at staff because they're not doing what you want them to be doing. But if you don't have a staff handbook, if you don't have policies, if you don't have protocols, if you don't have customer service scripts, if you don't have sales scripts, if you don't have the tools to give your team in order to be able to be great estheticians and great service providers, then it becomes chaotic and you get the inmates running the asylum. I've been there in my business. I speak from experience. So if you are feeling like you are done with the rat race in your business, the hamster wheel that you keep telling your staff over and over and over and nobody seems to be listening, you have a break in your staffing systems and we need to fix it. So I'm going to be continuing on my conversation talking about staffing and systems and all the other little systems that our spa businesses need for the month of March. Welcome to March 1st. And a little heads up, I'm going to be offering a free webinar towards the end of the month. I think it ends up being Monday the 26th of March. I haven't posted anything, but if you want to put that in your calendar, it's going to be at noon Pacific. And I am going to be sharing 3 different systems for your spa business. And yeah, it'll be a free webinar. So save the date, Monday, March 26th at 12 p.m. Pacific. And you'll be hearing more from me via email as well as social media for more details about what the actual content will be of those 3 systems. But I want to get you guys started, rolling, going on, and seeing the value of creating systems in your business. Yeah, it takes time, but once you've done it once, all you have to do is just nurture the system, and it keeps working. It keeps working. It keeps working. That's what we want. All right, thanks for joining me for today's Spa Business Break, and I will be back here on next Thursday at 12 noon Pacific. Thanks for watching.